The Azores, a group of islands that sit in the middle of the Atlantic, at the crossroads of the tectonic plates between America, Europe, and Africa. Underwater ridges that run deep below the ocean rise and converge into the island mountains that we see, with steep cliffs, hidden lakes, and still active volcanic springs, providing evidence of a world long ago, when Mother Nature woke and land was finally created out of the ocean. Despite the uncertainty to the people who call this place home, a few people have struck a balance living at the edge, at the mercy of nature, in one of the world's most beautiful landscapes, shaped by volcanic activity even as recent as today. And it is in this place, in the middle of the Atlantic, where some return to find their purpose. Between mountains, caves, and oceans. The Azores. Yet no purpose can exist without its challenges or loss. Especially here where men and women try to live, in a place where nature is alive and unpredictable.
My name is Maria Luisa Medeiros. I am from the island of Faial and I'm 28 years old. Since I joined Tripix 1 year ago, I find my love, for example, for caving. And it's been a love that came from the past with geology, with being very interested in geology, the way that the earth forms, and seeing how it forms inside and going inside of it and actually exploring it. That's very important for me, that in a way that it becomes a hobby. So lava caves, they are made with secondary volcanic tubes from the main one. They kind of flow inside of the earth and they perforate the earth in a way to make a tube. So as the lava is going and it's slowly cooling down, getting less and less, and creates this lava tube. So these caves, they also kind of flow into the sea. Some of the main channels, they flow into the sea, and this is why we see on the coast some of these lava caves or water caves. For example, in Pico, you have about 200 of them, and some more that are still yet to be discovered.
We are in the middle of the junction of the three tectonical plates here on the North Atlantic Ocean. The volcano itself started to be formed between 240 to 220,000 years ago. It was a stratovolcano. That means different eruptions, they start to build the volcanoes that we have nowadays. The first formation reached more or less 2,000 meters high, and we call nowadays the primitive or the fossil crater. If we consider that Santa Maria it's the older island with 8 million of years, until the last one, Pico, with 300,000 years, we had all this period of different formations of the island. So it's a very interesting and special place that creates this archipelago of Azores.
In 1563, that was where we had the volcanic eruption at the Far Lake. So earthquakes were happen, destruction happened on the islands, on the north or the south side. Then in 1630, you have the volcanic eruption in Furnash. So that kills around 100 to 200 people over there. And it took almost 100 years for people to come back. We always suffered the natural disasters with earthquakes, with volcanic eruptions, and people had always get a way to start from zero and then try to survive the risk of living on a volcanic island.
In 1957 started here an eruption on the ocean that we call Capelinhos volcano. This eruption happened during 1 year in 2 months and destroyed a lot of houses, a lot of farms, and then also the population needed to go away. Basically it had different stages. It started to be more ash, so the closest towns they needed to be evacuated. And then later in 1958 the people also needed to leave some other parishes because of the big seismic activity. With this eruption, the people just were without nothing. The houses were destroyed, the farms destroyed. So some of the people they went away because of that. When they went to the United States, they were really sad. Of course, without the house, without the farms, everything was destroyed. So they were not the case of the opportunities, but the case that they needed to go. They were without nothing. We arrived there, it was basically a shock because it was a different way of life. But then they started to go well. In reality, they were really integrated on the community. However, I think they just came back because they really love the tradition and they really love these lands.
In uncertainty, people hold on to faith. Hope against what may come. This was what many found when they came to the Azores. Despite the hard realities of living on islands far away in the ocean, there was still life, beauty, and community. A people having no one else but themselves, against the odds, holding on to one another and their faith, at the very edge of the world. The search for one's purpose is never easy. But sometimes, it's just right in front of us, though they may seem far away, hidden above a mountain before our eyes. Our purpose sometimes leads us to journey into the unknown, into the great darkness, looking for answers. Though we may sometimes try to ignore the call, it continues, like a notification from life, never letting us rest until we answer it, like climbing our own mountain, just like the Azoreans before us.
People in the Azores are tough and hardworking due to eruptions, earthquakes, and storms. That's where they come from and what makes them Azorean.
So I think the people from Faial, we are really adventurous and basically really strong to recover from everything. Then also in 1998 we had a big earthquake in Faial and the population didn't left. They stayed here and they rebuilt their houses and just grown up everything again.
People Taban looked in religious explanations for what things happen. So today we're very rich with our traditions and in religions or festivities we have here. If it wasn't the reason why we lived on the island, we wouldn't have the richness in our culture too. That's all what makes the Azores very rich and worth to come to visit.
Would you ever come back to me? Would you ever come back to me?
I climb almost every day here, Mount Pico for me. every day and every climb it's a different one, and I learn a lot with the people, and I hope that I can also inspire the other ones of what I'm doing. We have this amazing expression that is "Obrigado montanha," thank you mountain. Even at the end we are just tired, full of pain and suffering. The pain just gone, and what we have is the glory and all the teachings that the mountain will give us. The noise of the silence and sometimes being just alone in such an amazing landscape feel us that we are nothing on this world. So being more humble for sure, it's where I can also show to my daughters the beauty and how unique it is being in the middle of the nature, and how much the mountain also can teach us a lot of things that we can go ahead in our life. I'm Matteo. Today I am what I am, thankful to Mount Pico.
Days like scenes, oh, they play like dreams. So hold them close, hold them close. Oh, we are the young ones with the heart of fire. We are the sun, we are the sun. Feel it under the open sky. sky, racing the constellations, knowing where the days are going. So we watch them fly, watch us fly. We are the young ones with the heart of fire. We are the sun, we are the sun. Feel it under the open sky. Hearts beat and we come alive. Oh, we have it all the colors burning bright, everything in golden light. Oh, we have it all. We are the young ones with the heart of fire. We are the sun, we are the sun. We are the young ones with the heart of fire. We are the sun, we are the sun. We are the young ones with the heart of fire. We are the sun, we are. Feel it under the open sky. Hearts beat and we come alive.